Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we re-diving deep into a topic that's getting a ton of buzz, building a barndominium in Missouri. If you've been dreaming of wide open spaces, custom home design, and a more affordable way to build, the Show Me State might just be the perfect place for you. We're going to cover everything from costs and land to builders and financing. So grab a notebook, and let's get started. First up, why Missouri? What makes it such a hotspot for barndo living? Well, it really comes down to a few key factors. First, space. A staggering 97% of Missouri's land is considered rural. This means you have an incredible amount of options when it comes to finding affordable land with plenty of elbow room. Second, experience. With over 95,000 farms in the state, Missouri builders are no strangers to pole barn and post-frame construction. This expertise translates directly to building durable, high-quality barndominiums. And finally, let's talk about taxes. Missouri has one of the lower property tax rates in the country, with an average of just 0.91%. This can lead to significant savings year after year compared to high-tax states. Of course, this rate varies by county. For example, you might see around 1.2% in St. Charles County, but it could be as low as 0.48% down in Shannon County. Now for the big question, what does it actually cost to build one of these? This is where barndominiums really shine. The finished cost for a barndo in Missouri typically ranges from $60 to $160 per square foot. Compare that to a traditional stick-built home, which can run you anywhere from $260 to $400 per square foot. That's a potential saving of 30 to 60%. Let's break that down with a real-world example. For a 2,000 square foot home, you could be looking at a total build cost between $120,000 and $320,000, depending entirely on your level of finish. A budget-friendly build might land in the $120,000 to $160,000 range. If you're aiming for a mid-range finish with some nice upgrades, of course, the build is only half the equation. You also need the land. The average cost for rural land in Missouri is around $4,850 per acre, but this can vary dramatically depending on location. If you're looking for the most affordable parcels, check out counties like Wayne, Douglas, Dent, Morgan, and Texas County. For mid-range prices, you might explore areas like Stone, Taney, and Camden County, which are popular for their proximity to lakes and recreation. On the more expensive end, you'll find counties closer to major metro areas, like St. Charles and Jackson County. So, when you add it all up, one of Missouri's best-kept secrets is its incredible access to public land. The state boasts over 1,000 conservation areas, totaling more than 900,000 acres. This is a paradise for anyone who loves hunting, fishing, hiking, and just being outdoors. If you want to build your barndo near these natural playgrounds, consider looking in a few key regions. In southern Missouri, counties like Taney, Stone, Ozark, and Howell offer amazing access to the Ozark Mountains and beautiful rivers. In central Missouri, check out Camden, Miller, Morgan, and Laclede counties, especially around the Lake of the Ozarks. And up in northern Missouri, areas like Callaway, Montgomery, and Audrain County provide great hunting and rural charm. Let us switch gears and talk about the less glamorous but super important stuff: permits and regulations. One of the big advantages of building in rural Missouri is the lack of a statewide building code. This often means fewer restrictions and more flexibility in your design. However, don't assume it's a total free-for-all. You'll still need to check with your specific county for their local regulations, zoning laws, and permit requirements. Typically, you can expect to spend between $1,500 and $4,000 on permits. Here's a pro tip: when you go to apply for financing or permits, some people find it easier to call their project a custom home on a slab foundation rather than a barndominium, as some officials and lenders are more familiar with the traditional terminology. If you're buying raw, undeveloped land, you'll also need to budget for utilities. This is a critical step. Drilling a well for water can cost anywhere from $5,000 to $20,000, depending on the depth required. Finding the right team to bring your vision to life is crucial. Missouri has a number of reputable builders who specialize in post-frame construction. Some well-known names include Wolf Barnes, Built Right, Durabarn, Central Structures, and Martin Structures. You can also purchase a barndominium kit from national suppliers like Hanson Pole Buildings, Morton Buildings, or even from local places like Sutherland's, Menards, and 84 Lumber. My advice is to get multiple quotes, ask to visit their completed projects, and always verify their licensing and insurance before signing any contracts. Now, how do you pay for all of this? Securing financing for a barndominium can sometimes be a little different than for a traditional home. Your best bet is often to start with local banks and credit unions. Institutions like the Bank of Missouri, Missouri Credit Union, Mid-Missouri Bank, and FCS Financial are familiar with rural properties and construction projects. You'll likely be looking for a construction to permanent loan, which covers the build and then converts to a standard mortgage. Expect to put 10 to 20% down, with a slightly higher interest rate during the construction phase. Also, don't forget to look into USDA loans. If your property is in an eligible rural area, you could qualify for a zero-down loan with very competitive rates. Again, providing detailed plans and a thorough budget will be key to getting approved. Let's talk about materials. Your building kit will form the shell of your home, and you have options from budget-friendly local suppliers to premium brands like Morton Buildings. A key tip for saving serious money is to buy the shell or kit first, and then source your interior finishing materials locally. Shopping at places like Lowe's, Home Depot, Build Direct, and even Habitat for Humanity restores for things like flooring, cabinets, and fixtures can save you anywhere from $20,000 to $40,000 on your total build. So, what's the timeline look like from start to finish? Generally, you can expect the entire process to take between 6 to 12 months. The initial planning, design, and permitting phase will take about 1 to 2 months. Pouring the foundation takes 2 to 4 weeks, and erecting the shell is surprisingly fast, usually just 2 to 4 weeks as well. The bulk of the time is spent on the interior. The rough end for electrical, plumbing, and HVAC can take 4 to 6 weeks, and the final interior finishing, drywall, paint, flooring, cabinets, will take another 6 to 12 weeks. Keep in mind that winter weather can slow down construction, so spring and fall are often the ideal times to start your build. Once your home is built, you'll need to insure it. The average cost for home insurance in Missouri is around $2,504 per year. You'll want a policy that includes dwelling coverage for the structure itself, personal property coverage for your belongings, liability protection, and loss of use coverage. Reputable companies to get quotes from include State Farm, Nationwide, American Family, Country Financial, and Farm Bureau Insurance. As always, shop around and get quotes from at least 3 different companies to find the best rate. Missouri also offers some great tax advantages for homeowners. We already mentioned the low property taxes, but if you plan to use part of your land for agriculture, even just a large garden or some livestock, you may qualify for an agricultural exemption, which further reduces your property tax bill. There are also solar incentives, including a 30% federal tax credit and potential local rebates. And for retirees, it's great to know that Missouri does not levy a state tax on Social Security benefits. To wrap things up, let's go over some final do's and don'ts. Do thoroughly research counties for their specific rules. Get pre-approved for financing before you make an offer on land. Add a 20% contingency to your budget for unexpected costs. Do visit existing barndominiums to get ideas. And hire a reputable builder and insulate your home extremely well. On the other hand, don't buy land without checking for deed restrictions or zoning limitations. Don't skip the permitting process. It can come back to bite you. Don't just hire the cheapest builder without checking their work. Don't cut corners on essential systems like electrical and plumbing. And please, don't skimp on insulation. It's one of the most important factors for long-term comfort and energy savings. If you're looking for that perfect blend of affordable land and great access to conservation areas, I'd recommend starting your search in counties like Morgan, Stone, Miller, and Laclede. The bottom line is this: building a barndominium in Missouri offers an incredible opportunity to create a custom home that is affordable, energy efficient, and perfectly suited to a lifestyle that values freedom and the great outdoors. With low taxes and a welcoming rural culture, it's a fantastic choice for your dream home. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next video. See you next time.